Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you.
There's no one behind that screen.
No.
It is 100% you.
Yes.
Okay, well then you are incredible.
Thank you.
It was beautiful, and you're beautiful. Well done.
I'm really blown away. You are so talented. Unbelievable. So adorable. I might just have to...
I see you. I feel you. Who's your favorite singer? Celine Dion. I'm very venerated to sing it for all of you. Celine Tam's upward thrust to repute was marvelous, but her fall became heartbreaking. And shockingly, it wasn't simply the ad loss that modified the whole thing. Behind the applause was a harsh fact that no one saw coming. A fact that could leave the young Miss Star struggling to stay relevant and fighting for her place in the industry. Tune in because the battle is far from over. And what Celine faces next might just be her toughest struggle yet. The rise and fall of Hong Kong's youngest big name. Let's roll it back to where it all began. Celine Tam, regularly compared to her namesake Celine Dion, was almost born with a microphone in her hand. She was born on November 22, 2007 in Hong Kong, into a household that could nearly be described as a living jukebox. Her dad, Dr. Steve Tam, was a music teacher, and her mom, Zen Shah, ensured there was always music playing. Her little sister was also named Dion, just in case you didn't catch that her parents were truly into Celine Dion. Tam, however, somehow walked the tightrope of being both coached and nurtured by her father, ensuring she wasn't completely burned out while training to sing like a seasoned professional. Celine's big break came in 2017 when she auditioned for America's Got Talent. She was only 9 years old, standing before a crowd that would have been intimidating for anyone, let alone child. And yet she sang My Heart Will Go On, like it was nothing. The crowd ate it up. There was even a moment when guest judge La Cox hit the golden buzzer, sending her straight to the live shows. While everyone lost their collective minds, she went from being a kid singing in the car to being catapulted into international stardom. She became a sensation not just in Hong Kong but worldwide. It seemed like she was on an unstoppable trajectory. The next thing you know, she was performing in competitions, on TV shows, and at fancy events. For a while, everything was coming up roses for the young star. But this is where the fairy tale takes a nosedive. Her journey on America's Got Talent came to an abrupt halt when she didn't make it to the finals. "Is it me? Is it really me?" she asked in disbelief. "Yeah, you're not kidding me." To many, it was a shocking moment. How could the little girl who had wowed everyone get eliminated? The answer always lay within the harsh realities of TV competitions, audience votes, and let's be real, some politics behind the scenes. She was good, incredibly good, but sometimes that's just not enough. The judges were torn. Simon Cowell praised her growth, but Melb didn't hold back, calling her performance too theatrical. The crowd booed Melb, but the damage was done. Despite getting praise from most of the judges, the votes simply weren't enough to push her through. What happens after you've been in the spotlight on one of the biggest stages in the world? For her, it meant a complex mix of opportunities and letdowns. Her return to Hong Kong was met with celebrations. But when the fanfare died down, she had to find a way to keep her music career afloat. She performed at events like the 2017 Missy Hong Kong pageant and appeared on other shows like Singer 2018, a Chinese competition where she faced off against professional vocalists. And while she wowed audiences, the path wasn't exactly smooth sailing. She collaborated extensively with another young singer, Jeffrey Lee. Their duet of You Raise Me Up went viral, but even viral fame has an expiration date. Their performances showcased undeniable chemistry and talent, but it didn't exactly secure either of them a long-term seat in the big leagues. The music industry is ruthless, and staying relevant is much harder than getting that first flash of recognition. 2 years after her initial burst of fame, she got another shot at the big time. She performed at the World's Got Talent special in 2019, which gathered top talent from around the world for a one-off event. She sang her heart out, and for a moment it seemed like maybe this was her big comeback. She even got the golden buzzer, but once again she didn't win the title. It was like she was always so close, but just not quite there. It's a sad truth that's almost unavoidable in this line of work. There are countless talented people out there, and not all of them will make it to the top. Behind all of this, let's not forget she was still just a kid trying to live her life. Fame at such a young age can be more of a burden than a blessing. While she was busy attending events and training for performances, there was school, friendships, and the everyday experiences that normal 12-year-olds deal with. Her dad continued to play a significant role. But even with the best support, balancing everything wasn't easy. Social media became her way to stay connected with fans and maintain public interest. Her Facebook page helped keep followers updated, but as with most young stars, there's only so much you can do to hold people's attention. Interest waned, and she, once an international sensation, became more of a local star. The truth is, being a child star sounds glamorous but comes with its own harsh realities. 1 minute you're in the spotlight, and the next everyone has moved on to the next big thing. Her talent was never in question. She had the voice, no doubt, but the entertainment world is brutal, especially for young performers. It chews people up and spits them out. For every child star who makes it, dozens fade away. For her, it wasn't about losing talent or drive. She could still sing, and she had a voice most people would dream of. But after the America's Got Talent, hype faded, reality set in, and the opportunities weren't as abundant as they had seemed when she was standing on that stage covered in confetti from the golden buzzer. After the spotlight fades, the real story begins. Let's see what happens when a young artist faces the world beyond the applause. The fight to stay relevant. She continued to perform and grow as an artist, and there's no doubt she has the potential to return to the spotlight. But for now, her story is about surviving the ups and downs of early fame and figuring out how to make her mark in a world that's always looking for the next big thing. No longer was she the novelty act that wowed audiences on AGT. Now she was just one of many talented voices trying to carve out her own identity. Her father's role in her career remained crucial, but it wasn't without its challenges. Balancing the push for success with ensuring she had some semblance of a childhood was tough. Reports emerged that Dr. Tam faced backlash for allegedly being too involved or pushing her too hard. But the reality was more nuanced. He wanted his daughter to succeed, but was also navigating uncharted territory. There's no guidebook for raising a child star, and he had to learn as he went, making decisions that weren't always well received by the public. Despite her public persona, she still had to deal with typical teenage struggles. While her peers were focused on school assignments and social circles, she was juggling vocal rehearsals, stage presence training, and networking in the entertainment industry. She attended school in Hong Kong, but her schedule was anything but normal. Classmates saw her on TV. Some were supportive while others treated her differently. Fame, as it turns out, can be isolating. Sleepovers, weekend outings, and everyday teenage experiences were often missed due to professional commitments. As much as her father tried to maintain a sense of normalcy for her, it was nearly impossible to separate her public and private life. For every performance she gave, there was a trade-off. A missed birthday party, a skipped family gathering, or a rare day off spent practicing instead relaxing. Still, she found moments of joy. She loved singing, and it was evident every time she took the stage. The sparkle in her eyes when she hit those high notes, and the pride she showed after a successful performance, made it clear. Despite the sacrifices, she truly loved what she did. But the price of passion is high, and the pressures continued to mount.